Good morning friends. Today I am dealing with the current affairs of various newspapers, The Hindu, Indian Express and Enadu for UPSC, TSPSC and APPSC exams. Okay, let us go for the first current affair that says that glaciers shrank 1 meter. Glaciers shrank 1 m in a year, in a decade. It is the report of World Meteorological Organization. Okay, the 2011 to 20 decade, it is the warmest ever recorded in the history. It recorded lowest number of deaths from extreme events. Okay, it was quoted in the report of World Meteorological Organization. So the reason why the deaths because of extreme events have been reduced. The first reason is improvement in early warning system. Okay, we have improved early warning system and improvements in forecasting and better disaster management. Because of this, the deaths due to extreme events has been reduced. And it also quotes that since 1950 there was not a, in 2011 to 20 decade, there was not a single short term event with 10,000 deaths or more. Okay, the report also says that we have the ozone hole which was depleted completely recovered this decade. So 2011 to 20 we saw first decade that depleted the ozone hole was visibly showed recovery. Means the ozone hole has depletion of ozone hole has been completely recovered, and it says the highest number of deaths were recorded because of heat waves and most damage is because of the cyclones. Okay, and it also tells about climate finance. Okay, we have the target to reduce the global temperature rise by 1.5 degrees centigrade as per Paris climate deal. So to reach this target as per this report, climate finance should be increased by it needs to 7 times. It needs to be increased by 7 times. Okay, this is the report of World Meteorological Organization. And let us go to the next news. Okay, recently we have Mizoram election results yesterday. So Zora People Movement Party formed the government. So we have earlier group 1 there is a question regarding the first woman minister of Nagaland. So this news here mentions that we have more than one woman MLA in Mizoram assembly elections, which is a good news. So okay, first woman MLA from Mizoram is El Tamavi. Okay, she is from People Conference. Okay, she is from People's Conference. Next, if we take first Mizoram, after Mizoram became the state, first woman MLA is Tamavi, and the first woman minister is Tanisami. Tanisami is the first woman minister. At present we have 16 women MLAs contested, and in that we have names Lal Ram Dingeti, Lal Ruva Feli Hawando. Sorry if I spelled the names wrong. And one more woman name is Vani Hasingi. She is born from Aizawl, Southri. So we have more women MLAs this time in Mizoram assembly elections. Okay, we have historically India succeeded in sending Chandrayaan 3 to the space. So ISRO bring backs Chandrayaan 3 propulsion module to Earth's orbit. Okay, Chandrayaan 3 was sent to the propulsion module. So ISRO brought that propulsion module and kept in the Earth's orbit. So it shows that we have capability to take spacecrafts and bring back to the Earth's orbit. Okay, one more news. India provided $250 million line of credit, $250 million line of credit to Kenya. Okay, India has been since long time supportive to African countries. In fact, in G20, our Prime Minister passed a resolution to make African Union as a member of G20. Now, African Union has also become the member of G20. So, in that line only, India is providing $250 million line of credit to Kenya. So for what purpose our Prime Minister in India is providing? For modernization of agriculture in Kenya. So they also told that, they also discussed about to carry out joint military exercise and to cooperate both in counter-terrorism projects. Okay, one more thing to remember here is who is the President of Kenya? William Samoei Ruto. William Samoei Ruto is the President of Kenya. Okay, enemy properties. Worth of enemy properties shares sold by the government. What we meant by enemy properties means we have some our citizens who went to Pakistan and China and they settled there. Okay, the people who initially belonged to our country, they went to Pakistan and China, took citizenship there. So their properties. So the properties of those people will be taken over by the government. So the worth of those properties is 2709 crores. Okay, here you have to remember what do you mean by enemy properties. Okay, percentage of women in police force. One more short news. So we are trying to improve the percentage of women in police force to 33%. Okay, many states such as Telangana, Bihar are providing 33% reservation to women in police force especially. But despite the government efforts, the participation of women in police force is just 11.75%. Okay, Matsya Sampada Yojana. Sorry, we have one more news regarding Matsya Sampada Yojana. Pradhana Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana is for the welfare of fishermen. So government is providing them equipment and other benefits. So the number of jobs that were created in Matsya Sampadana Yojana is 40.59 lakh. It was a report given by Ministry of Fisheries and Animal Husbandry and Dairying. Okay, it is a good step. Okay, this is one more important news. UK tightens immigration rules to curb record of high migrant numbers. So UK has tightened its immigration policy. Why it tightened? It tightened to curb migration to UK. So it is a very sad news for India because the Indian citizens constituted largest group of 2,53,000 of incoming migrants. So out of the total migrants to UK, Indians constitute 2,53,000. We know many people will go to London and other parts of UK for their study purpose. So they want, so this policy will affect at least, it will make 3 lakh immigrants will be ineligible. So through this new policy, 3 lakh people will become ineligible to stay in USA. Okay, as of now the total number of immigration record to USA was 7,50,000. Sorry, 7,45,000. And they increased the visa, skilled worker visa. For a person, skilled worker visa threshold salary was increased from 26,200 pounds to 38,700 pounds. And they also increased, means for a person who is pursuing his post graduation in research courses, they also decreased the number of dependents for them. Means a person who went to do post graduation in UK cannot take more dependents. Okay. Okay, these steps are taken because it is creating problem in UK. They feel that most of the immigrants are taking their job opportunities, their resources. So they are taking strict immigration policy. Because of this, India will be affected because we have largest number of diaspora in UK and we are getting highest remittances. Throughout the world, India is getting highest number of remittances, so it will negatively affect us. Okay, in Telugu newspaper we have one news. In Namaste Telangana newspaper, we have recently got NCRB report. NCRB 2022 report. As per this report, safest city in India. Which city is safest city in India? As per this report, Kolkata is safest city in India. Then what about Hyderabad? Hyderabad ranked third. Hyderabad ranked third in this report rankings. Okay, if we see the crime rate per 1 lakh population, it is 86 in Kolkata, 280 in Pune. Pune is in second place. In Hyderabad, it is 299. So it is very important for TSPSC aspirants. It is 299 and we are in third place in India's safest city rankings by NCRB report. Okay, this is also one more Telugu news. Golden Boy Award. Golden Boy Award was given to Jude Bellingham. He was a football player, Madrid midfielder. Jude Bellingham got Golden Boy Award. He got this award, he is that person, he is a football player. He got that award in under 21 category. And he is the youngest person to receive that award. It is Madrid midfielder Jude Bellingham Golden Boy Award. He is from England. Okay, one more, because we have recently released NCRB report, so there are many news regarding NCRB report. Okay, NCRB report says crime in TSC's jump post COVID. If we compare the data from 2022-23, there was increase in all crime rate has increased. If we see here, the crime rate has increased 2020-21. Overall crime rate increased, murders increased. So, if we look at the report, Telangana has recorded highest cases in exploitation of trafficked persons. Okay, Telangana recorded highest number of, means we topped in exploitation of trafficked persons. And yesterday also we saw Telangana topped in the cyber crime cases. We are TS is number 1, first position in cyber crimes. So how many cyber crimes we reported? 12,556. So it is a deep concern for India, and Karnataka is in second place with regard to cyber crime. So if you see the crime rate 2020-21 data, it increased. Okay, then UN Environment Assembly is going on. In that 5 of 14 resolution. In that resolution there is Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee, INC. Is when the question comes, what is UNEA 514 resolution related to? It is related to Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee. What is the duty of this committee? Is to prepare a global plastic treaty by 2025. Plastic is a major problem, so the responsibility of this committee is to prepare a global plastic treaty by 2025. So for that UNEA assembly sessions are going on. So they are the treaty is still in draft stage. So they are preparing the draft to end plastic. But the member states are not agreeing. They watered down some provisions, for example related to primary polymer production, chemicals of concern, short-lived plastics. So why they are not accepting to completely eliminate this polymer production, chemicals of concern, problematic short-lived plastics? Because these are used in industries. So industries are very important for development and economic growth. And here one more news is that African and small island developing countries played an important role in protecting the rights of waste pickers and indigenous people. Okay, these rag pickers, indigenous people who lift plastics, they also face number of problems. So these small African and small island developing countries, they negotiated for them in this treaty. Okay, here one important thing to be remembered is that INC, Intergovernmental Negotiating Committee, it is to prepare a plastic ban treaty by 2025, formed under 5/14 resolution of UNEA. Sorry, so we have the problem with plastics. Microplastics are a huge concern. They threaten marine biodiversity, and through food chain they also even affect human beings. Okay, I discussed this one, draft. This is one more important news regarding global stock draft. We know COP28 meeting is going on in UAE. So in that one draft deal is there, that is global stock take. This is very important news in environment point of view, global stock take. So what they are committing in this global stock take deal is means it includes a clause to commit all signatories to orderly and just phase out fossil fuels. So in this global stock deal, they are trying to phase out fossil fuels. But this is a concern for India because still the 51% of India's energy basket comes from the thermal power, that is coal. So it is very difficult for us to completely phase out fossil fuels. Okay, we have Paris Agreement. As per Paris Agreement, the temperature increase should not go beyond 2 degrees centigrade and preferably it should not go beyond 1.5 degrees centigrade. To reach this, we have to eliminate the fossil fuels. And in this COP28, there is one agreement. As per this agreement, the signatories has to triple their renewable energy capacity by 2030 compared to 2022 levels by 11,000 gigawatt. This is very important point. So by 2030 we have to increase the renewable energy capacity to 11,000 gigawatts. And the member countries has to improve their energy efficiency. So they have to improve their energy efficiency compared to 2000 level by 4.1%. Sorry, I missed this. They have to improve the energy efficiency by 4.1%. But India opted out of these both agreements. 118 countries became signatories to this energy efficient pledge. But why India didn't sign this? Because we are still dependent on coal and fossil fuels to meet our energy needs. Okay, if we see the nationally determined contribution, at Glasgow summit, our Prime Minister has committed to develop by 2030 500 gigawatts of energy. At present it is 175 gigawatts, and there is one more agreement to phase out coal. To phase out coal by 2035 by countries. 56 countries signed this agreement as part of COP28. It was led by US. But India opted out of this agreement also. Why India opted out? Because we need coal and fossil fuels to meet our development energy needs. With this, I will end today's current affairs. Thank you.